HAFAK Radio.
HAFAK Radio. You're listening to HAFAK Radio.
The latest hits, oldest, greatest memories, latest gist, news, sports, information, all on HAFAK Radio. Who plays the biggest sound? We do. We are HAFAK Radio, 247 around the world, non-stop. This is HAFAK Radio, the radio for the society.
Alright people, it's another beautiful Thursday evening, and yes, your God blessing army is here in the studio to do what she loves to do. Yeah, in case you don't know what you're listening to, this is a race show anchored by your God blessing army right on HAFAK Online Radio. Well, it's another beautiful Thursday evening, and yes, it will soon be the weekend, and so many of us will be cruising the weekend with our loved ones, with our friends, and our family. Well, don't get it twisted, we have just entered into the month of September. Yippee, thank God. Some will be celebrating Christmas. Yes, some of us will be going on Christmas leave from work and all of that. So put on your dancing shoes, so it will be celebration time for all of us in Jesus. Amen. Alright, thank you so much for listening, for tuning in. Yes, this is HAFAK Online Radio, and your God blessed army is here to do the race show as always. Well, on today's episode, we'll be discussing common etiquettes, and yes, last week, don't forget, last episode we did self-respect. Yes, we did self-respect, and we talked about so many things that needs to be done to earn self-respect, because self-respect is earned and not demanded for. Well, today, because we'll be talking about common etiquettes, we won't be able to finish all, but we would take as much that we can take today. So first on my list is respect different people's opinion. Yes, please, to be able to live correctly and rightly, peacefully with the people in your environment, in the society, we need to keep this common etiquette. So what does etiquette mean? Etiquette simply means set of rules of right or appropriate or correct behavior in a society, in a group, in a profession. Okay, it's like a standard, a rule of how you should behave in the society, in the place of work, in your profession, and all that you have. So the first thing I would say is respect different people's opinion. People's opinion matters and differs. Okay, you might see the number 6. Okay, you might see it as 6, but to someone it might be 9. To somebody the letter E might be M. All based on different angles from which we see those things, these numbers. So respect other people's ideology, their belief, their perception about life and opinion. Okay, respect it. When they want to air their opinion, allow them. Don't fight. You don't have to fight. Okay, you don't have to fight over the differences between these opinions. Okay, you can always adapt, and sometimes in every nonsense there is a sense. So you should learn to allow other people air their opinions. It doesn't necessarily have to be in line with your own opinion. Alright, second on my list is if you tease someone and they don't seem to enjoy it, stop it and never do it again. Okay, it encourages one to do more, and it shows how appreciative you are. When you crack a joke and the person says not to follow suit, not to find it funny, just let it go and switch to something else. Okay, yeah, sometimes we want to lighten up people's mood when they're sad and all, what have you, but we should also learn that sometimes they don't just want you to crack joke, they might want you to just listen to them. Okay. Another is that you should always make use of the 5 magical words, or do I say sentence or phrase, talking about I'm sorry, excuse me, thank you, and all of that. But I'll be dwelling today on the thank you phrase. Yes, when someone helps you, you should say thank you, no matter how little the help is. Even if it's for your child to go get you water to drink, you have to say thank you. Learn to say thank you. It costs you nothing, neither does it make you less human. Alright, So learn to say thank you. Alright, the next one says if you take a taxi with your friend, you should, if your friend pays, okay, you try and pay next time, okay? So if you're going somewhere with your friend and you bought a bike, both of you bought a bike or a bus or a taxi, okay? If that friend of yours pay, okay, it is common courtesy that when next both of you embark on such journey in a taxi or on a bike or something, you should just reciprocate and pay next time, okay? It also helps you boosts your morale, okay? It helps you feel confidence in yourself, and of course it makes your friend appreciate you that, okay, you are not just a pest, you are also considerable. Alright, the next one says praise publicly and criticize privately. Learn to praise people publicly. Learn to compliment people when they dress nice, when they look good. Learn to compliment them and criticize privately. The next one says never interrupt people when talking. When people are talking, it is rude to interrupt them. Rather, allow them to talk, air their view, allow them to talk. With that, you'll be able to hear them all they have to say, filter all they have said, and understand it, which will help you to respond in the right way, okay? So learn to give people listening ear. Talk less and then listen more. Let people talk, okay? Allow people to talk, don't interrupt, it's rude, okay? Also, when someone shows you a photo on your phone, do not slide to the left or to the right. Do not scroll up or down. You never know what is next, and that person may pick offense. Yes, we are victims of always when someone gives you that personal phone. The phone handset is personal, okay? It is personal. So when someone trusts you enough to give you their phone to view a picture, please don't go beyond that. Don't scroll to the left or to the right. Don't scroll up or down, okay? Just leave it there and return the phone. Alright, the next one is return money that you have borrowed even before the other person remembers asking for it. Yes, it shows that you are a person of strong integrity and character. Same goes with umbrella, paints, and other little things that you borrow. So long as it is borrowed, please return it even before you are asked. Alright? Alright, in case you're just tuning in, this is the HAFAK Online Radio, and it is still the ratio anchored by your girl Blessing Army, and your girl is here doing justice to what we know how to do. And yesterday we are discussing common etiquette, and I said already that you need to respect different people's opinion. You need to say thank you, use the word excuse, I'm sorry, your 5 magical words, praise publicly and criticize privately. You don't have to shout on people. Don't embarrass people when they do wrong. Anyone can do mistake. Call them privately and correct them in love. But when you want to praise them, please praise them and boost their ego. Alright, praise them publicly and boost their ego. Alright, the next one is never order the expensive dish on the menu when someone is giving you a lunch or dinner. Okay, if possible, let the other person make their choice, okay? Let them order their choice food, unless you don't like their choice food, or the person insists that you pick a food of your choice. Okay, don't go and break down someone's pocket. Okay, you don't know what their financial strength is. You don't know what that person has budgeted for that dinner that he or she is giving you. So don't go and order the most expensive dish on the menu, alright? Except the person says you should. Alright, also the next thing is always open the door for the person behind you. It doesn't matter if it's a guy or a girl. It doesn't matter if there's a senior or a junior or a colleague. It doesn't matter, okay, no matter who the person is, you don't grow small by treating people well in the public. If you're in a public place or anywhere you are, so long as you're going towards the door and there's someone behind you, you can open the door and allow the person go through first, then you follow suit. Alright, it is just common courtesy. It shows that you are well mannered. Alright, if a person is speaking directly to you, staring at your phone is rude. Okay, yes, that is actually a way of telling people that you know what, you're not welcome here, you know what, whatever you're saying is useless, is irrelevant. It is a rude way to tell the person, no, you know what, you've overstayed your welcome. It is actually a way of saying that you are not interested in what the person is saying. So it is actually rude, okay, to stare at your phone when talking to the person. Instead, try to maintain eye contact with whoever you're having conversation with. It shows that you are bold and confident in yourself. Alright, the next one is mind your business. Unless it involves you, do not get involved, okay? Learn to mind your business. Stay out of whatever issue that doesn't concern you. Sometimes, so many people become victimized by mere going to get involved in issues that don't concern them. They end up being the victim. Okay, don't get yourself in that position. Alright, the same way, if a colleague tells you that he or she has a medical appointment with a doctor, do not ask what it is for or what the medical appointment is for. Rather, you should say, I hope you are okay. Alright, when you ask them what the appointment is for, the medical appointment is for, you put them in an uncomfortable position to have to tell you their personal illness. Okay, except the ones who tell you, they will tell you. Once you ask somebody, I hope you're okay, the person tells you, yes, I'm fine. But if they say, oh, I'm having malaria, oh, I'm having this symptom, that person, okay, but you shouldn't be the one to ask them, okay, what are you going to the hospital for? You shouldn't do that, okay? Also, do not interfere in other people's matter. Yes, live your life and let others live their life. Okay, live and let others live their life. So sometimes learn to appreciate and to give people their privacy. Okay, allow them, okay, to go about their business the way they want to. All right, when meeting someone after a long time, you should not ask some irrelevant questions, okay? There's some things you should talk about and there's some things you shouldn't talk about. Like when you meet someone for the first time, oh, you've got a job now, how much are they paying you? No, you've gone beyond the line, alright? You should rather catch up with catch up at all times, talk about old things, ask of the family, how's your family? Oh, that's good. How's your work and all of that? But going further to ask, oh, what age are you again? You know, it's not nice. It's not nice. Try to leave it at the peripheral, except you and that person you are so close. In fact, if you are very close, there wouldn't be a long time that you guys haven't spoken or seen. Alright, treat everyone with respect, regardless of who they are. Even the cleaner, the gatesman requires respect. Okay, respect, like I said last episode, is reciprocal. If you give respect, you will be respected. Don't forget, my number one tip is that you should respect people's opinions. So respect people no matter who they are, okay? No one is impressed when you treat a junior rudely, but everyone or people will notice when you treat them right, when you treat people right. Also, there's no reason to comment on people's weight, okay? Just tell them they look fantastic, they look gorgeous, and if they want to lose weight, they will tell you. And when you tell somebody, oh, you look great, you look lovely, you look fantastic, the person tells you, oh, really? I was thinking I need to burn some fats here and here. You know, the person comes out on his own plainly. You don't have to ask those awkward questions. Like I said before, you don't have to ask questions like, oh, you're not married yet, oh, you don't have kids yet, oh, why don't you have a car, why don't you have a house? Don't put, for God's sake, it's not a business. Don't put people in an uncomfortable position to have to start explaining their personal situations to you when they are not supposed to. Also, learn to contain your talking, okay, talk less and listen more. And when you're talking, be mindful to not to over talk about the riches in front of the poor, not to over talk about your children in front of the barren, not to over talk about your spouse in front of your married. I'm not saying you shouldn't talk about it. Those are things that God has blessed you with. Those are people God has blessed you with. Okay? But I'm saying you have to celebrate all of that. Yes, you have to talk about them, but don't over talk about them in front of the people that don't have those things. Why? Number one reason is that it makes them feel that you are trying to intimidate them or make them feel inferior. Yeah, it makes them see or feel that you are arrogant, you are proud. Okay, all Alright, the next one is respect other people's privacy, even in the public. When you are in a place, learn to respect